Good evening, everybody. So, as a trainer, we are all thrilled to understand the training requirements, design a material for the training, and give a heart-filled training session. And that's not enough. So, this I learned from a hard lesson. I recently visited a company where they wanted to give some training for the employees. During my discussion with the CEO, I came to know that they had conducted training sessions earlier. So I inquired like what happened to that session and why they stopped it. For that, the CEO mentioned that the training they earlier they provided was not measurable. Like they didn't see any thing viable or change in the result. So they had to stop it. So this I understood that not only the training session but also the evaluation of the training session is also important, so that the people know that the training had provided some positive impact in the audience. So today we are going to talk about the training evaluation and the various methods available to evaluate the training session. So let's understand what training evaluation means. It is a systematic process of analyzing training and its effectiveness. So how much it had impacted and was it good enough to meet the requirement, and that we have to analyze and understand. So the purpose of training evaluation is for measuring the success. So whatever the program we had given, it should be successful and we should be able to measure it. And we can identify areas of improvements, like what we can improve over it and how to do better. And the last is the ROI, return on investment. So the cost factor, like how much the training costed us, and compared it with the benefits that the training had given. So if we are able to compare like this, we'll be able to get a good understanding about the effectiveness of the training. Finally, we have to align the training goals with the organizational goals, which is very important. Like the organization is spending money on the training, and we have to ensure that the goals of the organization is met. So, what are all the benefits by doing the evaluation? So, one is the employee performance will increase because we want to see that there is an impact of this training. So, when we measure it, we will see that the performance gets improved. There's a cost factor that is involved when we talk about ROI. We'll always be conscious about the cost and try to get the cost reduced to the minimal and maximize the benefits. So that is what we'll be trying for. The retention factor will reduce, and people will be able to apply the skills they learned in their day-to-day work. While we do the evaluation and measure things, the accountability will improve, and that has a lot of impact. Like the quality of the training will be going up. The management can take decisions based on the data, and future training can be based on how well the current models have gone through and what are the benefits the company had achieved. So various models of trainings are available. So one is Kirkpatrick model, and Phillips ROI model, Zero model, and Brinker-Koff's success case method. So these are all the models available. We will be talking about Kirkpatrick's and Phillips in another presentation. So now we'll get into this Kiro model. So Kiro model is an acronym, and C stands for context, where we talk about what training needs to be done, what kind of need it is, and where is the gap available, what what should be done. So this is what the context talks about. And the input is what training material we had prepared, and what is the design of it, and how well it addressed the requirement. Reaction is the audience response, like how well they had received and how they liked the session and their feedback. Outcome is what is the result. So how well we can measure the result for the individual, team, and organization level. So for all these levels, like we measure how much result we had got. This is a zero model, and we move on to the Brinker's model, where they talk about what had gone good and what had gone bad, like what didn't go good. So it locates the successful and the unsuccessful cases and analyze the factors contributing to success and failure. So we discuss why certain things had failed and what factors were influencing the success. So we analyze everything so that we'll be able to get more details about the training, and it will be useful for future trainings. Some of the benefits are it is very fast and effective, and it highlights the impact. So in that sense, it is useful to conduct this method. So what are all the tools we can use to measure the training effectiveness? Some of the tools are like one. It is broadly classified into quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative means the measurable numbers. So we do conduct assessments pre and post training. You can use surveys, questionnaires. You can apply KPIs. You can use ROI calculations. So this helps us to uh, understand more about the training. Qualitative is like we have interviews with the supervisors and the peers and sometimes clients. So we have interviews to know more about the changes that happened due to this training. So some we can observe people and see if the training was effective. We can have case studies where we go through case by case and understand and analyze the situation, so we know more about the training effectiveness. What are the challenges in training evaluation? So one thing we have to see is see this evaluation itself is more helpful for the training team, like how well we had done the training, how effective it is, and how much it can help in the future training. So these are all more plus like bending towards the training, helping the training team to improve themselves. And the companies, they may be interested in to know the ROI, but beyond that, they are not very much interested in to go deeper into analyze and find the details. So from that perspective, like the company may see that all the effort that is going on in this evaluation may not be useful to them. So there could be a lack of data, so we can't do the evaluation properly. And there is a people can respond in different ways, like the actual thing may be different, and they may have a subjective opinion. So those things will deviate the truth. So it is not very straightforward to find the ROI from the training. Like there can be a number of factors, and it could be very complex. So finding the ROI might be a difficult task. The employees and leadership may resist from doing the evaluation. Like I said before, it is not uh, their goal to do this evaluation. It is the training team's goal, and so there could be some resistance in conducting this evaluation because this evaluation itself takes time and effort in doing. There's a, like I said, there's a cost and time involved in this evaluation. So with this, like we come to a conclusion on uh, training evaluation. So for an effective evaluation, uh, if you do evaluation properly, the training will be very successful. And in order to do it right, we need to set the goals properly. We have to arrange the resources, and we have to align with the organizational needs. This once we start doing and have this evaluation part of our process, it will be very much effective in the long term. Like there will be a lot of benefits in the long term, and that will give this continuous improvement will help us to achieve good result. If you have any questions, we can take up.